So this is one package. So this is the package for the family.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? Family is one of the
10. Dates.
And milk. And this one sugar.
This is for one family, for the whole thing, right?
Your Excellency is Hello, man.
As you are aware, His Excellency the President announced a drought for this season to be a national disaster. It is for that reason when he appealed to Kenyans, to NGOs, to other countries like Kuwait, which Kenya works very closely. We have a very good bilateral relations with Kuwait. We are here to have this food taken to the affected people right in these counties like Marsabit, Turkana, Wajir, and Garissa, all the northeastern counties. I'm happy because this food will take them about 2 months. Those families, about 6,500, this food will take them about two months. But let me also add, during this month of January, the Kenyan government has also given about 8.5 billion to go towards vulnerable families in this country. This is the program for Inua and Jamii, and they are the same people who are experiencing drought. They are the zero people who are vulnerable in terms of they are over 70 years. Others are people living with severe disabilities. Others are people experiencing extreme poverty. So 8.5 billion Kenya shillings has just been released last week to go to those vulnerable families. In addition, Kenya government, understanding the serious situation the people are experiencing because of drought and poverty, has also released about 400 million to go to bursaries of children who are in boarding school, especially Form 1, and they have not been able to pay their school fees because of drought and poverty. And also about 13 million, which is going towards nutrition for children living in those ASA part of the country. Therefore, what I'm saying, the government is doing a lot to respond to the challenges of drought, but we must appreciate more when bilateral country like Kuwait also comes in through direct aid organization to give Kenyans, especially those in ASAL, this additional food relief that will reach out about 6,500 families. Therefore, that's why on behalf of government and on behalf of the ministry responsible for social protection, I'm very happy to receive and flag off these trucks that are going to Marsabit, which to know is one of the most hit, to Turkana, Samburu, and all other counties that are struggling to respond to the drought. We would also want to have more, even direct aid, more of the resilience, that what we do so that every year we are not giving looking for food relief for our people. So resilience also, where not irrigation fund agriculture is also being encouraged. And I also want to thank all those development partners, all Kenyans who have come to support this program of giving relief food or giving cash transfer to the people affected by it. Some of the programs that's been put for the resilience is not to rely purely on rain-fed agriculture. So they are doing borehole so that they can be able to do irrigation using, to do agriculture using irrigation. There is also what we call Drought Fund. It also helps to be able to have those interventions where the communities can decide to do projects, even like doing small businesses within their localities. That's why we are encouraging cash transfer, because cash transfer is going also to stimulate the economy around those counties. Therefore, the government is quite ahead. It's only the demands and the needs of the drought-affected people is huge. And the fact that we don't know how long these rains are going to take, that's why we are appealing to development partners, to Kenyans, for Kenyans to be able to partner with the government and other like-minded organizations so that we can have food going to the affected people, especially in ASAL counties. We have a special program for schools feeding program. And that's why you see we are taking food on the ground to the schools, because we also know if the children in those ASAL areas don't get food, then they will not be able to go to school, and it will be a very inequity country. Because how do you expect children in ASAL counties to do the same exam being done by other people from other counties? So the government is putting all the effort to have equality and equity in other counties. We have about 23 counties that are affected by the drought, and about 2.5 million Kenyans are also affected by the drought. So that is the target that we are focusing to make sure that they do not suffer because of shortage of food, and also the animals they have continued to die. And the government has also a program where it has given resources to Kenya Meat Commission to have livestock offtake on the ground so that they can slaughter, and that those livestock can be distributed as food so that they also don't die, especially because of drought. We have also seen those which have weakened. When it rained very heavily about 4 days ago, most of them could not withstand. And that's why selling when they are getting weaker is a wise way to do, so that you can have money in the pocket than waiting for them, the drought is continuing and they die and then you cannot use them. So that is also a very good program of uptake, livestock uptake, slaughtering and distributing to the communities. Looking at the number of people affected by the drought, which is almost 2.5 million, we may not say the food is enough, but that's why government is partnering with NGOs, is also partnering with other like-minded, with also other like embassies, the countries that work very closely with the Kenyan bilaterals, so that we can at least give food that can sustain them until we get alternative option of maybe you're getting rains. We know it is not enough. Not relief is enough world over. It is something that is given to sustain people, and that's why you may find they still will need it for quite some time. Because even if it's rain today, they will still need food or relief food. They also need seeds to plant, because right now they have nothing. They might even need restocking of their animals so that they can be able to go back to their original life.
It gives me my pleasure today and an honor to come and represent my country in delivering a help from their brothers and sisters in Kuwait. When His Excellency the President of Kenya have asked the help for the areas that needed the help, Kuwait did not hesitate to send an Air Force plane with 340 tons of food supply enough to cover over 6,400 families. Why do Kuwait that fast, that quickly come and help Kenya? Kuwait will never forget the position of Kenya. The people of Kuwait did not forget that when Kuwait needed the help during one of the crises that happened to Kuwait. That's why the connection between the countries very strong. Kuwait will never hesitate to give help to brother, friends, country. But there are other areas that also need that help. So that's what Kuwait is doing now, helping other countries also in that. But when there is a chance of doing it again, trust me, they will not hesitate to come back to this country again.